Okay, if you're watching this, you may want to go to Dog Post and check out the actual long version, written version here. We've got, if you subscribe today, you won't even have to pay until the end of August if you choose to keep it up. But Dean Legge here actually inside Buttsmere, and Georgia's first practice today, a lot to take in. That's why I encourage you to go to the site and read Legge's thoughts. So I'm just going to go off the top of my head. I think the biggest thing that I saw today that jumps out to me at least is the defensive line at Georgia. Certainly looks like it could roll 9 deep. Now I know Lamont Gilliard's not going to be playing this fall probably for a lot of different reasons, but mainly because you're just going to redshirt young guys. But it definitely looked like they could roll in a lot of guys on that defensive line, keeping in mind that they just got rid of John Taylor as well. You can also notice that this is a leaner offensive or defensive line for sure, and that was just the one thing that looked to me. That was the big thing for me today. I thought Nick Chubb looked ahead of Sonny Michel, if that matters, because those two guys look like to me they're going for the third string. Just Nick looked a little bit more polished, and then at quarterback it seems to me it's quite clearly Hudson, and then it looks like Ramsey, Bauta, Park. Bauta's relatively inconsistent. Ramsey's inconsistent too at times, but he is. You can definitely tell that he could be a very, very good quarterback here at Georgia. I thought Hudson, it's one of these things with Hudson Mason where he has tremendous touch on the ball. When we'll judge Hudson is not the first practice. It will be, the first, second, and, 8th game whenever they're playing these big-name opponents. So, overall, today the discussion was Justin Scott Wesley, Malcolm Mitchell, but Justin didn't look good today for me. I mean, he was frustrated. He was having a hard time. He is not healthy the way that you'd like him to play. But, I think, considering he's going to have a 1-game suspension, considering Georgia has an off week the second week, Justin has a lot of time to get where he needs to go. He almost has, I think, almost 8 full weeks that he could, wait. So the bulk of the season, Malcolm and Justin will be there. At least that's what it appears like to me. Other than that, it was kind of a standard first day. A lot of media that will not be here from here on out was here today. A lot of optimism about the season. Nobody's gotten hurt yet besides Malcolm. The one freshman that stuck out to me was Lorenzo Carter. He's got to work on sinking those hips a little bit in drills, particularly in the, where you're dipping yourself to come up and confront the person in front of you. But he looked like almost a shorter and thicker version of Leonard Floyd last year, or a taller Orson Charles. I mean, he looks very muscular. He's going to be a special player for Georgia. That certainly seems to me like the recruiting people got the 5-star part right about him. I thought everything else other than that, it was just one of those days, first day out there, and you can only learn so much the first day. That's kind of the problem, is it's impossible to know what is reality and what is not. I did think it was interesting that Aaron Davis, the walk-on defensive back, certainly did appear to be the number 1 safety back there opposite Corey Moore. The defensive depth chart did certainly seem like fantasy land, but Ray Drew was running with the 3s. Okay, and again, it's first day and depth chart is irrelevant. But when you sat there and you looked at it, Shadow Fientag at corner opposite of Damian Swan, you had the walk-on opposite Corey Moore. For me, it's a bigger secondary. I mean, Trey Matthews was a big guy, but he was stiff. That was his problem. These guys don't look as stiff. Quincy Margar wasn't starting. I thought Quincy Margar might be the starter at the opposite safety opposite Corey Moore. So We'll see. First day, long way to go. Definitely a lot different. The pace of practice as it relates to how they keep time was different. Typically in the past, Georgia has gone with 5-minute periods. So when it was explained to us today that the media would be out there for 2 periods, which would in the past be 10 minutes, and that was actually now 25 minutes, that just lets you know there has been some change. Change is not easy. But for some of these guys, change has been good. Todd Gurley, I don't think I need to talk about Todd Gurley. I think there's no reason for me to talk about somebody that good today. So anyway, Dean Legge, Dog Post, signing off here. If you have not gone to Dog Post, DAWGPOST.com today, you made a mistake. We got a lot of information out there. I think it was about 300 pictures. Is that right, Wes, off the top of your head? So 300 pictures, lots of video, a lot of explanation from Hudson Mason that he, on the last play of summer is when Malcolm Mitchell got hurt. So anyway, go check it out. If you want to know those sorts of details, dogpost.com is the place for you.